We are grateful to our sponsors, Kelly Stafford with Stafford Tree Service and also Black Kow Cow Manure. If you need your trees trimmed locally, remember Stafford Tree Service at staffordtreesvc.com. And please visit Black Kow Cow Manure, that's K-O-W. Remember, both of the contact details are in the description below. Hi, I'm Stan DeFreitas Mr. Greenthumb for the Ask Mr. Greenthumb segments. There are many plants that we can use on our porch and patio. You might even consider a plant for your office. You know, if you have something that's small like these, they kind of add a lot to your landscape, if you will, outside on your porch or patio, even in the landscape in the yard. You might want to plant. This could get probably another 12 inches higher. But normally we think of something in this size. This is sometimes called the waffle plant, and it's Hemerographus is the Latin name for it. It's the waffle plant is one that this one's called Exotic Beauty is the common name. It was one for a variety that was grown by one of the big wholesalers in the state of Florida, but I'm sure it's being shipped all over the country. You could grow it all over the world for that matter. Not real cold hardy, so you're going to want it in areas that are protected. Up in real cold areas, this might be considered an annual. So that depends on your temperature. But for most of us, this plant was going to help, purify the air. If you're in your office, it's nice to see something that has a little bit of green and white and pinkish tinge to it. So you can see that this little exotic angel, as the name has been put on it, kind of would add a lot to your indoor landscape. If it's getting enough sunlight, they will start to flower. You'll see a few little flowers over here. They're tiny little 5-petaled flowers, and they add a little something extra to it too, because we don't think too many office plants that are going to give us much for flowering. This one would. The waffle plant likes it moist, but not desert dry. If it gets real dry, it will die. You'll start getting these leaves that look off. It probably should be fertilized a minimum of about 3 times a year with a balanced fertilizer. Remember, small little container, small amount of fertilizer. If you want to use a good water soluble, you could, but go gently. If you start pouring heavy fertilizer, you're going to get a burn, and the burn will show up on the edge of the leaf. And that's true for almost all plants. If you see a plant that has brown on the tips, it probably got too dry. Now, inversely, if you had these sitting in water, they will start to yellow, and they will usually get into a root rot situation. So we're always in that fine balance, kind of like us. Life is that constant balance between having enough moisture. Moisture is important to you and I. Moisture, without enough moisture, you and I die. Same thing true with your plant. You need a good deal of moisture, and the plant does too. On the other hand, if you drank 5 gallons of water one time, it might kill you too. So too much of a good thing can be a problem. A good amount of sunlight would be good as far as giving you more color. If you plant these in a real shaded spot, they probably are going to start to A, not flower, and B, the color won't be as vivid. They're going to start saying, hey, we need to have more, chlorophyll here to get more green. It's always amazing to me how plants will try to adapt to the conditions they're in. And for that matter, it's kind of true for people too. Our bodies tend to adapt until they show signs of problems. But a waffle plant is one that you might want to have in your office or in your area that you live in, your home, maybe your porch or patio. This would make an excellent plant. You could have it in a group and even have it near your little area in the backyard somewhere where you had a little bit of color and maybe something that's like this little decorative piece. You could make small little landscapes as well. Do remember, of course, that new videos will be dropping on your favorite social media platform every Saturday at 10. And if you like this video, please hit the button and think of subscribing. And as always, we want to tell you, thanks for watching.